Okay, so many of you have asked me what is a good technique to go into trance state. And as you know, I guide groups into altered state of consciousness, into trance state, several times a week. And there is no exact technique that I use because I always connect to every single person in the group first. Psychically, I will tell them where they are at spiritually, what is the next upcoming spiritual path, development step that they will take, and where they are at right now. And once I do that for every single person in the group, I connect to my inner self, to the self that is works from a collective consciousness, my own collective consciousness, because I integrated many of my aspects on my spiritual path. That collective consciousness is me stepping into my power over and over while integrating new aspects of myself. And that is usually happens when spirit guides work with you, and with some spirit guides you realize that this actually you, maybe in a parallel lifetime. Some like to call it an earlier lifetime, or when you really awaken to certain powers of yours, like very, very great healing powers, physical mediumship powers, and so on. Anyways, once you awaken to your own powers and knowledge and you are able to integrate them, everyone will experience his own collective consciousness. And this is where I tap into. This collective consciousness of mine, who is more and more also in the everyday life starting to be me, starts leading the guided meditation. And so, that being said, some of the things that I think are very important is that everyone experience themselves as the inner light, as the spirit as they came in. That they feel that and feel the power of it. That they will be able to expand it during the meditation. I oftentimes like to say, or my collective consciousness likes to say, until it reaches the walls of the room. And so once that happens, people are already very receptive, and they don't think anymore, they just feel, because they really feel themselves, who they really are, what really makes them happy, what is that really drives them, turns them on, and they are their true self in this very moment without spending a whole lot of time on it. It happens in seconds, really. And after that, I like to help people, or like when people open up all the realms that are around them, call upon all the dimensions, all the spirit guides that they have ever met, all the experiences that they may have had. And if it's only their own light, that's perfectly fine too. And so once that happens, and we go in a deeper and deeper state, it is very important that we have love for ourselves, because love is really the strongest energy in the universe. That's what creates everything. That's what brings things together. That's what creates even humans, right? Physical love, attraction, and attraction, love, unconditional love. So yeah, there's a difference between attraction and love, obviously, just like in real life between two people, but also on a universal level, which I'm not gonna get into this right now, but they kind of serve each other. So it is very important, after you opened up all the realms, to love yourself, because really, why the spirits came and the energies come is because you manifest them. And once you send out love, you're gonna receive love back. in this state, if you send out, fear and distrust, and oh my God, what's gonna happen, and wanting to control things, this is when people talk sometimes about like satanic energies, or spirits. But really, what you do is you manifest those energies, because whatever you send out, almost like a radio, um, like you are going to attract that back in. So it's like, it's quantum physics, really. So if you go into this experience with self-love, love for yourself, then this is exactly what you're gonna get. The energies, higher knowledge, your collective consciousness, some like to call it the higher self, will come and help you out. Because how else could they respond if you already like, send out love and you love yourself? They're just gonna match it. So really, some people ask me, is it important to ask questions? I mean, you can ask questions, sure, but oftentimes I get the answer back like that was the wrong question. However, whenever I go into the experience of just, I am not feeling so well today, I don't know where my path is taking me, what is going to happen next, I just really, really, really would love to have love for myself and acceptance. And can you help me with that? This is when I usually received the best messages, the best instructions for the next steps, when really things started falling in place after I came back. Because it's not just like me doing it, it's obviously them creating a quantum field, an energy field around me where I attract things. They keep me in a certain frequency. So it's more than just a message, it's more than just an instruction. It's literally becoming what you attract. And they will help you as you connect to them to feel how those frequencies are and to stay in those frequencies as they stay around. Also during the day, if you are becoming more receptive, you will feel them more frequently around you. And yeah, so after opening up all the realms that you have ever been exposed to, I think it's very important that you feel self-love, love for yourself. Just like when you feel love for the person you give a healing to. It's the same thing. And yes, beside that, as always, when going into trance state, you will feel how your heart rate is going up. That means that your bodily frequencies are changing. Then literally, the vibration as your heart rate is going up, it's not a meditative state where you are going to be extremely calm and nice and relaxed. It's quite the opposite, actually. And you will feel, most likely after a while, physical things happening around you. Like, like some people say, it's almost like someone is touching me, or I'm getting hot and cold and hot and cold as you are feeling the energy flowing around, and all sort of other things. So yes, beside that, I think it's very important that you step back. It's almost like a sleep type of state, but it's not really. But at the beginning, it really helps people when I tell them to go deeper into the experience. Just to go deeper and deeper. And to get lost. So yes, these are some of the things that I think is very important. It is obviously easier to go into trance state if you can listen to a video or you are with someone who is already very much letting the spirit energies flow into the room, because it's almost like a dance, then you are just being asked to dance with when the mood is already great, right? But if you don't have that and you do it by yourself alone, then definitely listen to guided meditations where the guide is can channel those energies, is bringing that energy, because it's going to help you, especially at the beginning, to go into trance state, altered state of consciousness, faster, also deeper, and especially at the beginning to be guided at a little bit more, you know. Yeah, I hope it helped.